Well, hello everybody, this is Dear Mama Sal, and it's Monday morning. It's been strange having to get up and get ready to go to work. Had to get breakfast ready and lunch ready, and you know, I'm not used to that after a week off, so it's going to take me a while to acclimatize to that. And of course every traffic light is going against me. Oh well. It is what it is, right? And I can also feel that I'm out of the habit of what was really fun about the week off was that we got to do some fun broadcasts, of course, but I also got to input half the book. Not all of it as I had hoped, but I did get half of it done. And now the question is, do I have the discipline to do maybe a page a day? And catch up on the weekends on if I haven't managed to do a page a day. If I did a page a day, then it would only wouldn't take that long. If I did 2 pages a day, it'd be even better, but I wonder. I can definitely relate to the fact that we had a new viewer come on. Oh, that is a pretty car. Huh. An Audi sports car. I haven't seen that one. Very nice. And a Mercedes. No, a BMW sports car. Obviously I'm living in the right part of town. And it's summer, so they all bring their cars out, right? So anyway, we had this new viewer come on yesterday, and she is, amongst other things, an astrologer. Well, you know that's going to create lots of fun for lots of people. And because I know my astrology pretty well, I thought I would do the test and see what she came up with, because that would give me an idea of how good she is. And, well, surprise, surprise. What she said was that I was destined to communicate. And I've had that said to me many times before. And of course it's not that I have to do that in my life, it's just that I was destined to do that in my life. So if they always say, if you're actually doing what you're destined to do, you probably worked out your life pretty well. And I'm definitely very happy to be doing that. I can't remember checking the figures yesterday, but I know we were up to close to 270,000 views already. Wow, that seems amazing to me. And in fact, we were at 250,000 a couple of weeks back. So we've picked up a lot in the last couple of weeks, which is very exciting. So the question is, destiny, do you know what you are destined to do? I've talked about this in different ways over the past few weeks, but I've always found that regardless of what I try to get into and do, I will always end up communicating in some way. I will always end up helping people. I will always end up, you know, sort of front and center in terms of being a spokesperson for people. It's just what I do, I guess. And I think it's important to know that. So it is my passion and it is my destiny. Yay. However, some mornings, like this morning, I'm not so sure. But it was a fun week. I enjoyed my week off. I particularly enjoyed the fact that I actually went and walked on the beach that I've lived next to for 15 years and never ever bothered to go down and walk the beach. So it goes to show that I'm definitely not a beach hog. And it's really strange because it was very, very pleasant to do, I must say, very, very pleasant to do. I found that walking with my feet in the water is wonderful, except there's a lot of seaweed stuff growing there, and I didn't know that. Maybe the tide was out that far. I don't know, but it was like, wow, that's a lot of greenery suddenly. But as I said before, you know, what was fun about the trip to the beach was to see the adults having as much fun building sandcastles as the grandchildren and children. That was really fun. I have to say that we forget that. And that's what I was talking about, is we need to stop every now and then and just go, no, really, I need to do something for my kid now. The kid inside me. And so it was wonderful, for example, to have Dougie come to visit and talk to us about what life is like in Kenya. And I will always, always, always hold with me that picture where he said, you know, his deep family, you know, his far out uncles and aunts and so forth, still live in the bush, otherwise known as the Bundu, still live in the bush, and they're still walking 3/4 of an hour to go get water. And they don't have electricity, and they still sleep on a cow hide or animal hide on the floor. But they all got cell phones. They all have cell phones, which they generate by cranking electricity. Now, you've got to admit, that's a pretty bizarre picture in anybody's mind. And it just made me smile so much about how far we've come in technology, and also what people really want. They want to communicate. Right? They can live without electricity for the main part, except to charge the cell phones. They can live without running water, but you know, communication, that's something they really need. So that was really fun to talk about. The other fun thing was that he bought me tickets for my birthday to go and see a show. Well, I haven't been to see a show since, was it last year or the year before? Can't remember. When Cisco, one of my other sons, bought me tickets to go and see Cavalieri, which was an unbelievable show with horses that I thoroughly enjoyed. Not everybody did, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Maybe because I'm a horse person. And I knew how much time and effort it took to teach the horses what they taught them. So, you know, to see a whole group of horses just, or pack, whatever they call it now, a herd. No, I don't know. A bunch of horses. Why don't I know that word? Anyway, a bunch of horses work in an arena without any saddles or bridles or anything else, and just do so many wonderful tricks and so forth without any forced effort on the part of the trainer. Just amazing to watch. That's a lot of trust and love. So it was definitely worth doing. So, and as I haven't been to a show for so long, you understand going to a show is a real fun thing for me to do. And the fact that it's a show with somebody who was from my era, Engelbert Humperdinck, that's... Engelbert Humperdinck was sort of like in the time, if you've ever heard of Tom Jones and that sort of era. And it's amazing to know that he's still performing and still, you know, getting audiences. I guess most of the audience will have hair color, my color, because I'm pretty sure that that's the reality. But here's the thing, and think about that. If it's your destiny to be a singer, and you do well in one decade, for the rest of your life, that one decade is going to remember you. And how many people are there in the baby boomer age, which I am part of, that remember him? So for the rest of his performing days, if he chooses to continue, which he obviously has, he gets an audience. And that's incredible when you think about it. Really incredible. So, I'm really looking forward to, I've got a busy month this month. I'm going down to Benji and Judy's for the christening in a couple of weeks, and so it's going to be a really pretty challenging month for me. Got a lot going on, and a lot to do. It's getting towards the end of the summer, which means it's time for me to think about tidying up the house and the yard, ready for the winter soon. Well, I know that's probably not until October, but you know what I mean. It's all stuff that needs to be done. And I'm going to be aware of that. I think it'd be a good idea for me to do the sort of 10-minute challenge in a number of places. Like, you know, maybe I need to do 10 minutes in my garden each night while it's still not raining. and just do something to brighten it up. I've done nothing in my garden this year. It's been amazing. I don't think I've ever had a year where I've literally done nothing in the garden in the summer. My gosh, the school teachers are still on strike. You know, I think this is really sad. We've got all these teachers on strike and all these children out of school. And it's pretty scary to me. I mean, never mind the fact that we've got all these mothers and fathers who are having to take turns to sort of babysit their children during the day or find daycare, which is not easy when you've got older children. But you've also got an awful lot of children who are missing out on their schoolwork that need that schoolwork. And they're going to have to play catch-up big time when they get back to school, which not all children are capable of doing. So it's really, really sad to me. And everybody's got their toes stuck in and don't want to move from their positions. And they're not close enough for the arbitrators to even step in and be able to sort of sort the last bit out. The arbitrators have said, you know, they're just too far apart. Oh, that's cute. A little three-wheeled motorcycle. Huh. That would be fun in the summer. Pop up to the stores on a three-wheeled motorcycle. I was actually talking to somebody the other day about one of the electric cars, and they were saying that they really that's pretty bad, isn't it? Anyway, they really don't have a lot of get up and go going up hills, or you know, if you're trying to get to take off from us on a hill. And I wonder if any of you have had any experience with them. You know, they're fine if they're going along the street. It can be very frustrating if you're going up and down hill, well, up hills particularly. Interesting stuff. So I'm getting closer to work, so I'm going to wish you all a wonderful day and hope that you've had fun, or are going to have fun, depending on what time you're listening to this. I will work very hard at getting back into the routine of being a vlogger. Somehow it sort of escaped me during the week. I guess because I'm not awake yet. And we'll talk to you later. This is Dear Mama Sal saying, know your destiny if you can. Bye-bye for now.